What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to ReZero, this time with Season 3, Episode 13, I believe. Thank you guys for all the comments last week. I got loads of comments. So thank you guys very much for informing me on a lot of material that was missing from the light novel. It's always a hard job adapting light novels just because there's so much information and just so much content jam-packed in them. So inevitably there's always going to be cuts, but I feel like the cuts last episode were very major compared to what I've heard before in the series, especially in regards to Regulus's character. I feel like as an anime only, from what I read, they're kind of almost two different characters in terms of the substance behind him. For me, as an anime only, it was just Regulus is the guy that talks a lot. He is an egregious guy. He's a horrible person. Wasn't really too many like redeeming factors, and I wouldn't go far as say redeeming factors in the source material, but there was a lot more you can understand about how he was. There was a lot more relatable for me. I thought I actually related a little bit to some of the things I did read about his backstory and such. So just a shame that a lot of that was missing, especially considering it was a extended episode as well. I would have hoped to seen some of that in there, but again, thank you guys very much for informing me about all of that. Today, I do believe we'll see in gorgeous Tiger, Garth, and Wilhelm taken on Wilhelm's wife, as well as I'm not sure who Garth is taken on, but that forearm guy, I think. So yeah, looking forward to it. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. All that being said, I did still really like last episode, of course. For Amelia was definitely a standout. I thought she was fantastic. But from again, judging from what I read, I feel like Regulus should have been the standout. I know the guy talks a lot already, so maybe they're just like, we can't have another episode of Regulus talking. Well, yes, you can, and I'd appreciate that. Fuck off, Elsa. Fuck off, Elsa. But I mentioned this a few times. This is the fight I'm most worried about, honestly. Oh, he's just killed them himself. Okay. Going underground. Okay. I'm not again. I'm not really sure about this guy's like, identity or like. I don't really know much about this guy. I'm not sure if I should, but I don't. So apologies. But I can imagine this is probably I don't know because I'm really invested in Garth as a character. I loved him in season 2. Loved his backstory. I loved the portion we got in this season with him and Mimi. I think her name might be the one of the animal people from. Is that Anastasia from Anastasia's faction? I really, they were some of my favourite parts of the first part of the season. Honestly, just those cute moments, and again, super invested in Garth and his mother and her new family. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I can imagine this might not be the most. Imagine maybe popularity wise, these might not be the most kind of popular characters in the series. So I really like, especially Garth. I do like Wilhelm as well, of course. Big part of season 1. But yeah, investment wise, like I said, I feel like this might not be the most popular episode. Yes. Oh shit. Leviathan thingies. I forget what these are actually called. I think there is a specific name for them, isn't there? I've seen these a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh! They're called Kairushins. That's the thing, isn't it, with Otto? You slowly realising just how kind of ridiculous he is. Like, even if it was just down to insects, like insects can be terrifying if there's like millions of them. But it's not even just limited to that. It's, you can literally talk to all animals. Unassuming guy Otto is, isn't it? And again, another big part of season 2. Like I say every week, I've got fucking no idea how people don't like that season. It developed so many characters. It added characters that got developed really well, and it further developed our existing characters a lot. Really. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is, actually. Well, I'm not sure if it's true. We'll see. So this meteor was spelled differently in the first part of the season, I think I remember. It was spelled Metia, which was the same as Subaru's phone in the opening season. So I got a bit confused about that. Oh, I think that's just as I said. He's an unassuming guy. You wouldn't expect Otto to be as powerful as he is, so he should be helping out. Okay, I'm also really interested about this, considering I forgot to bring that up in the intro, but considering we got in the Chibi episodes, just to pause for a sec, might be slightly off topic, but I wanted to bring this up in the intro. Again, in the Chibi episodes, there is a section about Alpha, I think his name is. Again, I could be getting that wrong, so apologies. But this guy here in the armor, again, slight spoilers if you haven't seen it. He is from the human world as well as Subaru. He has also been reincarnated, so I'm very interested to see this fight. And also I love Capella so far. I think she's been one of my favourite archbishops so far. But there was an episode last week that I did watch. I did read some subtitles for it, but the subtitles are in there's like this guy in the comment section that does them, which is really lovely. But it's kind of hard to keep in track of like, yeah. There was a segment in the Roswell mansion with a character I never met before. So if any of you guys can help me out with that, I don't remember the character whatsoever. I don't believe we had met them before, but there was a pretty nice little segment with them, and I always get Felt and this girl mixed up. I can't remember her name. No, her name's not going to come to me. Apologies, but she looks a little bit like Felt, the little maid who was under Garth's sister's wing in season 2. But yeah, that whole kind of episode confused me a little bit as to what the hell was going on. And like the timing of things, like during this whole hectic arc, we've got like some kind of meal going on at the Roswell mansion. Don't know. Might expand upon that this week, hopefully. In a good way. It's gross in a good way. Calling him a pervert? I'd like to see as well. Not that. What was that pose? Right. I'd like to get a look under there as well. Jesus. Is he not just gonna more kind of a brownish? Yeah, exactly. The mouth's a bit big though. My boobs, especially. So I love when the voice actors have to like voice act themselves, but somebody playing themselves. I always think it's such a hard job. Like, yes, you've got to voice the same person you always voice, but you've got to do it from a different perspective. It's really interesting. Hmm. Well, he could very much hold his own, can't he? I'm not sure what I'm expecting from him power wise, to be honest with you, but I don't think we've ever seen him fight till now. But I think he's the only other person we've seen part of Priscilla's kind of group, so I imagine he can hold his own pretty damn well. He's doing a pretty good job here. How do we beat Priscilla is the question. It's like, it's one of those things, isn't it? I think you've got to like, it's a bit like the rabbits. I think you've either got to like completely destroy all of her at once in like one single moment, or got like trap her or something somehow. But honestly, this guy seems quite noble in a way. He's waiting for Garth to like get up and stuff. Like, strange behaviour. Like, why would he not just kill Garth there? Like, this guy seems pretty noble, doesn't he? Five arms would just be really awkward, right? Just have one random arm. All cleavers. My devil trigger. Well, again, I'm not sure it's like a disrespect thing like that. I mean, from that backstory there, he seems like their whole clan got majorly disrespected. So I think he's just paying you the respect that he should have got. It's kind of like, don't do unto others that's done unto you. Something bad's happened to you, don't do that to someone else. You should, yeah. It's Chris Redfield. The boulder punching. Oh, off. This is not where a cat wants to be. Doesn't look like he wants to be there either. Oh shit. Oh fuck. His his brother and sister. Gorgeous Tiger. I love that name. It's so cute. Like I said, one of my favourite parts in the first part of the season. God, these really are like some Silent Hill horrible little. They remind me of the I haven't ever played the first game. It's the only one I haven't played. And some of the PSP, one of the PSP games. I never had a PSP. They really look like something out of the first game of the school segment. Fucking hate you. I was gonna say, probably get that sorted quickly. This guy doesn't seem too bad or anything, does he? He actually helped out some innocent people by doing that. Gotcha, Tiger! Look at all this support, bro. Yeah, this is awesome. Can't lose now. Not with your little siblings watching. I think he's now realised as well. Take time to take it a bit more serious. This guy's got his siblings on the line behind him right here. This guy is going to go again like a lion defending his pride. This is yeah. This is the real deal. I gotta say, there's a lot of interesting fucking camera angles to this fight, isn't there? Like fucking hell. Jesus Christ, that guy was so hard right now. What the fuck? Honestly, this is bro. The fuck? I wasn't majorly impressed by last week's action sequences in terms of like the animation during the fight scenes. Like, I don't think they're anything spectacular, and that was like hyped up again at Regulus. Maybe I say it's hyped up, but I think the hype from the fans hyped up even more so because again he seems like such a fan favorite character, Regulus, and the anime kind of let those people down a little bit in terms of his character, and maybe that's why they lowered his. Maybe they just invested less overall into Regulus during the anime here, because again the animation wasn't awfully spectacular last episode either. But my god, they're going hard on this fight. Fucking hell. This is, yeah, not just like this fight as well, this whole episode, like even with the Capella regenerating and stuff. Like, my god, they put a lot of work into this episode. It's just crazy. Jeez, I love that shot. And that there as well is sick. Jesus Christ, bro. I said earlier, like this is probably something people aren't as invested in as me, but fucking hell, No, they've gone so crazy in this fucking fight. Holy shit! Might be one of the best fight scenes, looks wise, of the series. Honestly, like, what the fuck? A warrior's acclaim. So yeah, I mean, it was actually like a decent guy. Magnificent. Why did that voice sound so familiar? It sounded a bit like Wilhelm, honestly. A little bit. Maybe it's just because old man voice. But what the fuck? Were you guys expecting that? I wasn't. Like I said, I feel like Garth and Wilhelm. We didn't see any of the Wilhelm fight, to be fair, but I'm not sure if they're like fan favorite characters or not. I never really hear too many people talking about them or anything. So I wasn't expecting anything crazy in that animation department again, especially considering last episode and it not being the best looking. Like, it wasn't anything wrong with last episode, but it wasn't. They didn't put near as much effort as they put into this one. Like, fucking hell, that was incredible. Like I said, probably one of the best looking fight scenes of the series. Oh, Jesus. And so many, like, it's not just like the fact that they look fantastic. There were so many interesting kind of shots and awesome impact shots. There was a lot of impact shots and like split like frame kind of shots in this episode, wasn't there? And just a lot of, I'm not sure ingenuity is the right word, but a lot of, again, just creativeness in terms of like the angles and stuff, which I always appreciate. But yeah, I love the fact they actually like the enemy there was actually like, he's a decent guy. Actually paid his respects. He seemed to understand like every point of the fight, like what was happening, and he was a respectable guy the whole time, wasn't he? Again, judging from the backstory, that makes sense. Yeah, so she's changed her tune a little bit, thankfully. Remember her being a little bit pissed off part one. Where are the parents? Stone faced. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, incredible episode. Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? And unexpectedly so. Like I said, I feel like it wasn't as hyped up, so I was expecting them to not put as much effort into this because, yeah, I don't know why I thought that way, but I just did. I mean, that's usually the case. Like your usual kind of show would maybe not so much nowadays with like the quality of animation and stuff, but they would focus more on like the main characters and their fights and make sure they're done well, and then like the side characters were obviously a little bit less invested. Time wise, that was the case. Like we had more time last episode, but again, I've got to say the animation and the fight scene in this episode has pretty much eclipsed any fight scene from the series thus far. I think I can't really think of any fight that looks better than this. There were obviously more impactful fights and such during the series, but again, just purely based on looks, this was incredible, wasn't it? I really like this. Again, I'm a big fan of Garth as a character, so always love seeing his segments with gorgeous tiger, I guess we're gonna call him. But yeah, we saw a little bit of we had a little bit of everything today as well, didn't we? We had a bit of Capella, a bit of Lie right here as well. Not as much as I would have liked, but we will probably get more into the Lie stuff. That he's probably the Archbishop that I'm probably the least kind of knowledgeable about and such. I think there's still quite a lot to learn about him and so on. So I'm looking forward to delving deeper into that. Hopefully next week, judging by the outro, hopefully next week we will be seeing more of Wilhelm and his fight against Theresia. I think that's going to be really interesting and quite touching as well, considering the backstory between. I wonder if Reinhardt will make any appearance in that, because again, the backstory that we kind of covered between Wilhelm and Reinhardt last season was again one of my favourite things about that. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Like I said, incredible episode. Garth was amazing. The fight scene was awesome. Even the opponent was awesome. I really liked him. He didn't have much to say or anything, don't get me wrong, but he seemed like quite a good guy. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 14.